Well, hello, my friends. I'm back with I think, a little short video, not only to help myself, but I thought about you as I realized that, the year has just flown by. And it's Mother's Day right around the corner. And I had some things that I was going to make, and then I realized I was not going to have time to do it. So I had to just stop and just get myself together and think, what should I do? And of course, my motto, when you don't know what to do what you know. So quickly I looked back through some of the projects that, because that's a lot easier than trying to just start from scratch. A brand new project, figuring all the math and all of that. And so naturally, the first thing I thought of was in January, I did that pretty white little shawl. It was more of a fun project with all the fringe and the cute lace. And then I did a green, kind of a winter weight one in green. And I looked back at that stitch, and then I remembered I had something else I had practiced this stitch on, some time ago. So I looked back and I found this in my stash. And I thought, that's it. I'm just going to use this stitch again. Maybe put something new on it. Just put a new twist on it. And, of course, make it in the person's color. But before we go any further, I wanted to remind you of this nice lacy stitch we did in January. Now, you remember I had that white scarf with all the fringe. I was looking like a snowbird. A snow bunny, sorry. I was like a snow bunny. Well, here's that same lace on this pretty white that I had worked up some time ago. I don't know, a long time ago. And then sometimes I'll put things back in the bag and forget about it, thinking, well, if it wasn't for that particular month or theme, I'll hopefully remember to go back to it. Well, I didn't. But when I finally remembered where I put it, look at this neck that I could have put on the shawl to just give it, to just give it more lace. Let's see, can I turn it over a little bit so you can really see it? See, this is so large, I don't know how it's going to show up. But you see that neck edge? I simply took the stitch from the lace, one of the stitches from the lace, and just started the shawl with it. And just simply worked up an increase. Let's see, can I turn it this way so you can see the increase now? Nope, I have to back out. Hold on. Oops. Back out a little bit. And you can see how I simply increase as I normally would do my little crochet shawl. I put the lace in, and that neck just makes a big difference. So I thought, let me show you what I'm going to do, or what I did do. All right, this was something, like I said, I found it tucked away in a bag somewhere. I have lots of projects tucked away in bags. Most of them are almost finished. But for the person that I'm crocheting this one for, this is the color, of course, that she would want. This is the color. And let's see if oh good, that's good. Let's see if I think I'm backed out as far as I can go. All right, so you can see the color. But now take a look at how wide this lace is. Same stitch, just using a different color yarn and a different weight. Isn't that pretty? But like I said, at the time that I finished this shawl, I had not found the white one, and so I didn't put the new edge, the new lace edge, but I thought I'd come back on, share this with you. So if you're in, you need a gift for that special someone, or if you're a mom, you're special too, you can easily do it from start to finish in just in no time at all. So what do you think of that? Just a real quick project. Sometimes you just need something quick and you need a break and you just want to do something fast. And then, but we can add the lace on yours. This one's already done, so I can't change it. But at least I found the white one, so I'm ahead of project. And of course, we will just increase up, just like I do on my shawls. All right, let me tell you the simple supplies that you will need, and I'm telling you, I'm excited to get started. It's only the 2 rows, that's all, and no time at all. I think you'll like me just putting this little change on it to freshen it up, and I think that this will really, I think she's going to love this shawl. All right, I'll tell you the supplies, and we'll get started. Okay, simple supplies for a simple stitch. All right, I am going down to a number 3 weight yarn. So this is a stash buster, a number 3 weight yarn, or anything that you could use a USG or an H hook. I use an H because G's are just a little too small for me. So real quick, here's a yarn that I picked out. This is Premier Everyday Baby. It's a number 3, like I said, weight, and it really drapes really nice. It's easy wear, easy to care for, just perfect for a nice lightweight. And this is, of course, we're having summer, so you know, it just drapes beautiful, and it's just great for this time of year, for the weather. And this one, this is the color that I did hurt my friend Shawl in. I don't even think they have names on here. I don't ever see the names. But there is at least 308 yards. So you could just use 2, if you have 2 skeins. You can look into your stash, and it doesn't have to be this brand. There's Burnett, what's that? Sports weight, I think, is really nice. So anything with like I said, the 3 in the window, look for that. Look in your stash, and if you have 2 skeins, this will be perfect. What could be better than 2 skeins, 2 rows, simple yarn, but a really pretty lacy project. And this will work for beginner or experience, either way. So that's the supplies. Oh, and like I said, I did say a G or an H. I'm using a US H hook. So that's it. You know, so look and see what you have, and we will get started on our stitch. Just the 2 rows. You can sit back. This is something you can sit back, easily carry it with you. You can work on it at work. You can work on it any place because it's just that easy. Be back in just a minute. All right, we're going to get started with our 2-row repeat, our beautiful lace. I'm starting with a chain of about 18 inches. 16, it may not even need that much, maybe 16 inches. But just a nice chain, and this is much larger yarn. I'm using heavier yarn and a larger hook, just so that you can see. The first row is row 1, and it is the right side. Let me check my camera, see if I'm on. Yes, make sure I'm not too close. You can never tell sometimes how close you are on this camera. All right, here we go. In the 4th chain from the hook, so I just simply count over 1, 2, 3, 4. In the 4th chain from the hook, I'm going to put a V-stitch. So that's a double crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and then double crochet into that same chain. A simple V-stitch to start. All right, now chain 1. Okay, now skip 1 on the bottom, and then I will start my series of double crochets. This is the section that we increase up, work across the back, and then decrease down. So I'm going to show you how easy this works. If you're new, if you've not done a shawl with me before. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm going to put a double crochet into the next 5 chains, just like that. So I hope this white is showing up, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 double crochets. That's all that matters. Now we're going to start the lace, but let me tell you this. You know, I try to make things easy, not only for you, but so that I can remember them too. I don't have written patterns. I have, over the years, I've kept a lot of notes and my little sheets that I do my little math formulas. Or as I've shown you in the past, once I make something or start something, I will take this to my copier and lay it on my copier and make a little black and white of it. Then I'll write my information down, and I keep it just in binders. But I don't have written patterns. So I always try to make things real simple so that I can remember. So now this is how you're going to know what to do. Everyone's going to start at the same place. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double crochets. That will tell you right there on this shawl, you're going to repeat the lace. The part we're getting ready to do, you're going to repeat the lace. You're going to have 5 repeats of the lace stitch. 5 double crochets, 5 repeats of the lace. If you had 7 double crochets, you'd have 7 repeats. In fact, let me see what I have on the original. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's see. I may have to go up. Oh, all right. On this one, let's do this one. This one, can you see? Let's see if I got it in my own camera. Yep, I am. Okay, let's use this one. All right, the double crochets, the increase section is here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's do this one on our sample. So I have 7 double crochets. So that tells me what? I'm going to repeat the lace stitch 7 times. So here it is over here. Here's the lace, and I'm going to count it out so you can see it. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So now, isn't that an easy way to remember? Anytime you want to do this shawl, and I know I'm real close, but I don't want to change the camera. All right, so however many double crochets you start with in the increase section, we're going to repeat that number in the lace. So let's go ahead and add a few more to this one. So I had 5. Let's go 6 and 7. Now, I don't have to change it. All right, so there are my 7 double crochets. Now let's start the lace. Row 1 of the lace is going to be this V-stitch row. So, and skip 2 chains on the bottom. Just on the bottom, skip 2. 1, 2. Now I'm going to put the V-stitch in the next chain. That's a double crochet, chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And then double crochet again in that chain. There's my V-stitch to start the lace. Alright, skip 2 chains on the bottom again. 1, 2. Now I'm going to put a double crochet in the next chain. And then a double crochet in the next chain. Oh, it's coming back to you. Okay, skip 2 on the bottom. 1, 2. Just simply go right into a V-stitch. That's a double crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then a double crochet. Okay, here we go. Skip 2, 1, 2. Then I have the 2 double crochets, just like this. And we're going to count the V-stitches as a repeat. So if I have 7 double crochets, so I need 7 V-stitches in this lace going across. And make sure I have enough yarn to keep going. Alright, so I just finished the 2 double crochets, so what do? Skip 2, 1, 2. Alright, now I'm going to add a V-stitch in the next chain, and then chain 1, 2, 3, and then a V-stitch. Alright, well, a double crochet to make the V-stitch. Alright, skip 2, 1, 2, then the 2 double crochets, 1, and 2. All right, got to keep going. All right, skip 2. 1, let's see, 1, 2. Then another V-stitch, a double crochet, chain 1, 2, 3, and a double crochet. All right, skip 2 on the bottom, 1, 2, double crochet. Skip 2, another V-stitch. 1, 2, 3, and then double crochet to finish the V-stitch. See it? All right, skip 2, 1, 2, and then the 2 double crochets. There and there. Pull up some yarn. Let's count and see how many V-stitches. Now, it may be hard to see on this white, but let's see. I had 7 double crochets, so I have to have 7 V-stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5. So skip 2, 1, 2. Oops. So this will be number, double crochet, chain 1, 2, 3, double crochet. That should be 6. Skip 2, then 2 double crochets. Oops. Skip 2, now the 2 double crochets. Just like that. All right, I think one more V-stitch. Skip 2, 1, 2. I'll count. That's a double crochet. Now chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then a double crochet. All right. Let's see how many I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So I have the same. Now, of course, it's large on here, and I'm sure you can't see the width of this. But it's, it's really long. All right, so at the end, after you make the last V-stitch, there's no post. This stitch has no post. You simply chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Turn the work. Row 1 was the right side. Now we are on the wrong side, and that will be row 2. I think, okay, make sure that I can go back out just a little bit, just so that, okay. All right. So I chain 5, and as soon as I turn, row 2, I simply put a double crochet right in the center of the V-stitch, just like that. Now, row 2 lets me know not only that this is the wrong side, but there's 2 chains in between everything on row 2. So after the double crochet, chain 2, 1, 2. All right, now I'll go over to those 2 double crochets. Pull up the yarn, chain 2, 1, 2, then I'll look for the next V-stitch. There's 2 rows, the V-stitch row and the double crochet row. So now I'm going to put just 1 double crochet in the center of that V-stitch. Chain 2, 1, 2. Okay, now moving on, I see the 2 double crochets. I do those, 1 and 2, chain 2, 1, 2. So really I'm just kind of stacking things on top of each other and moving across. There's another V-stitch there. So I do a double crochet right in the center, and then chain 2, 1, 2. Moving on across to the double crochets. Chain 2, 1, 2. All right, let's see. I don't know if this white was a good idea or not, but I'll keep going and check your camera later. Double crochet, chain 1, 2, into the 2 double crochets. That's 1, that's 2. Now I chain 2. 1, 2. All right, continue across. Double crochet here, chain 2, 1, 2. I look. Next thing I have are the 2 double crochets and chain 2, 1, 2. All right, let's see how far we got. Okay, I see where I am. I got to continue on. Double crochet, now chain 1, 2. Move to the 2 double crochets. Chain 2, 1, 2. And now I see that I'm at the last V-stitch on this wrong side, so I do a double crochet in the middle of the V-stitch, chain 2, 1, 2. Now I'm up to where I have my double crochets in a row, so I'm just going to simply double crochet on top of each double crochet, just like that. And I continue across till I see we're coming up to our lace that we're adding for the neck edge. Okay, there is the last double crochet right here. So I do the double crochet. Now watch. That's the neck edge. I'm going to chain 1, and then I'm going to do a V-stitch in the center of this V-stitch. So a double crochet, chain 1, 2, 3, and then another double crochet. See, now they're on top of each other. Chain 1. Now find that little post right there. This side we do have to do a post. Chain 1. Now 1 double crochet into the post, just like that. Can you see it? All right. Now, that was row 2, the wrong side. We will mark that side. We'll do a few more rows and then do the increase, and then we'll start marking. All right, so now we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, turn the work, and we're back on row 1. Okay, I'm going to check my camera before we do any increases. So I have chain 3, of course, and turn the work. Now I am on row 1, which is the right side, and the side we will start our increases on. So right here at the neck edge, remember this is the lace I'm adding to the neck, just to change it up and just give it, I don't know, just make it look prettier. All right, so after I chain 3 and turn, then I'm going to go put a V-stitch right in the center of this V-stitch. Double crochet, chain 1, 2, 3, and then a double crochet. This is the neck lace. This is the lace right at the edge, right there. See how it's just going to go right up. All right, now you have to chain 1 to get to our double crochets right there. So now I stack the double crochet. I chain 1 and start stacking double crochets on top of double crochets, just like this, until I come to the last 2. Let me get me a little yarn. Until I come to the last 2 double crochets to start my increase. So now here I am at the last 2 double crochets before the lace. This is the right side, row 1. This is the side you want to increase on every row. All right, so in the double crochet right here, not the last one, right here, next to the last one, I'm just simply going to add 2 double crochets. You know it's simple in crocheting and knitting. It's not that simple sometimes. So I've added 2 into that stitch there. Now in the last double crochet, I simply stack 1 double crochet on top. So I've added 1 stitch on this right side row, and look at my little neck edge. I have this pretty lace I'm starting of V-stitches just stacked on top of each other. See them? Okay. Now, right here, as we start the lace, you don't have to chain or do anything. All right, there's 2 rows, remember, of the lace. There's the V-stitch row, and then there's the double crochet row. All right, so I've got the double crochet, so I know I have to go back to the V-stitch. So I go right into the double crochet. I double crochet, now chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and then I double crochet into that stitch again. Now, I have a V-stitch on top of that double crochet row. Alright, there's no connecting chain, so I go right to the next section, which is 2 double crochets here and here. Look for the next double crochet on top of that V-stitch, and I put a V-stitch right there. Double crochet, chain 1, 2, 3, and then I add another double crochet in there. So now it's stacked like that. Alright, so now I continue across, just staying in pattern. Double crochet, on top of each other. Go here, I need a V-stitch. So just real easy, double crochet, chain 1, 2, 3, double crochet. So now you can fall into your rhythm. Go over to the 2 double crochets. Okay, then just go over to, oops, let me get some yarn. Go over to the, where I need to put the next V-stitch is right here into this double crochet there. So I double crochet, chain 1, 2, 3, and double crochet. And then into the 2 double crochets. I think I call them the double crochet sisters. Or the double crochet twins or something, I don't know. Okay, there. Next thing, I need another V-stitch here. So I go into that stitch, chain 1, 2, 3, double crochet in there again to make the V-stitch, and there it is. Let's continue across so that we can get to the end. I want to do the end one more time. Okay, double crochet on top of that one, double crochet on top of that one. Now, look for a place to put the next V-stitch. So, oops. Double crochet, chain 1, 2, 3, and double crochet. Okay, go over to the last 2, the double crochet twins. Oh, there's there are some double crochet twins. I don't see much of them anymore. I hope they're still, still crocheting and designing things. I used to see them on, television sometime every once in a while. All right, now look. When you get to the end, you've done the last 2 double crochets, right next to each other. You have to look for this last double crochet to put the last V-stitch in. If you don't, you'll probably go into the wrong place. So look right, I'm going to look right here. There it is, that's the stitch. So a V-stitch goes there. So I put a double crochet, now chain 1, 2, 3, and then a double crochet. Now there's the V-stitch. That ends it. There's no post to connect here. You simply chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then you turn the work. Now, this is row 2 which is the wrong side, and the side you will separate everything with a chain to. So as soon as you turn the work, the first thing you see is this V-stitch you just made. So we will start the double crochet row by putting a double crochet right in the center, right there, just like that. Now chain 2, 1, 2. Now you're going to just go across the row, a double crochet on top of that one, double crochet there, and chain 2, because we're on row 2. 1, 2. And you see I need a double crochet in there, and chain 2. Now you will continue across this row, working back and forth, increasing on every right side row. And right here and right now, I'm going to go ahead and mark this row, number 2, so that you can go a lot faster when you know, okay, that's the row that I do the chain 2 between everything. Or on this side that I don't have this yarn, I know that this is the side I'm going to increase on to the length I need. So there it is. Now let me switch to the real shawl real quick, just to kind of let you know what I did. That's row 2. Now I'm going to move this. Okay, on my real shawl. Now I need to probably back out so we can talk a minute. So let me just back out. Alright, so let's see, where's the end of it? Here it is, right here, and I'll move it up. Okay, let's see. Let me take... Alright, so you're going to increase. You see how I've increased? Here's the increase. Right here, section. You're going to keep working the increase and the lace. I went up, say 20. I counted these little scallops on the edge. Just count them. Just take your time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and all the way up to 20. And then you'll put a mark. Put some type of marker just so that you'll know that you have completed. Well, you might know I don't have a marker. Oh, I do. I have a little small one. We'll pretend like this is 20. I don't know what it is. Oh, here. I've got one here. There's a white one there. Okay. So that was number 20. Then you stop increasing, and you're going to go across the back. And I like to go across the back the same number. If I went up 20, I'm going across the back at least 20 plus 1, because I like to have a center point. So I'd count across starting after the mark. 1, 2, 3. Keep working. 4, 5, 6. But no increases all the way till you have at least whatever the number plus 1. So if I would go to 21. And then you're going to mark that. Now, of course, the next thing we need to do is to decrease. So let you catch up. I'll set my camera, and then I'll just remind you of how to decrease down to the same number of double crochets we started with. We have to continue to decrease down till we have that same number again. I started with 7, so I'm over here, and I need, let's see, please, I hope I'm on camera. Yes, I am. Whew. I started with 7, so I want to end with 7 of these double crochets plus my new lace edge, of course. And then you have to work 2 more rows, because that's how we started. We started with 2 rows, and then we started the increase. You end with the 7, decrease down to 7, and then work 2 extra rows. And then you should be able, then that just tie everything off, and then you'll be ready to put your fringe. But I will be back, give you a minute, and then I will be back to remind you how to just do the decrease stitch. All right, back in a minute. Continue on your shawl with all this beautiful lace. And how easy is this lace? Just by not making a post. Who knew? Back in a minute. All right, so I'm just going to do the little decrease on the one that I had found, and I was actually on the decrease side, which made it a lot more convenient. So I've worked down, as you can see, it's decreased down on this. Let me make sure I'm on camera here. How about right there? Okay. So I've decreased down, and now I'm getting ready. As I get closer to, I started with 7, so I still have a good ways to go, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just a few more rows, and then I have to add those last 2 rows. But I double crochet over to the last 3 double crochets. So this is to make the decrease. So there are the last 3 double crochets. See if that helps. I'm at the last 3. Get some yarn. Right there. Now you just yarn over, go through the next stitch, pull up a loop, stop. Now go through 2. Now yarn over, go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, stop, go through 2. Now there are 3 loops left on the hook. 1, 2, 3. Just go through all 3, pull them together. Now you've turned 2 stitches into 1. See that? You've decreased down. So, but yet you still have this double crochet here, so you have to double crochet there. This is a little small, but I'm hoping it's going to show up. Alright, and then I go right back into the lace pattern. This is a V-stitch row because it's a right side. So I simply start the V-stitch again. Double crochet, now chain 1, 2, 3, and double crochet. And then move right on to the next section, the 2 double crochets standing right next to each other. And move over, and I need to put a V-stitch there. Double crochet, now chain 1, 2, 3, and a double crochet, and continue across the row. Such an easy stitch that you can carry and memorize. And you see I've decreased those 2 stitches there. So all you have to do is remember just to stop 3 double crochets before the lace and work the decrease. Continue on, working back and forth until you're down to, like I say, the number of double crochets you started with. I started with 7, and so once I get down to 7, then I need to work those 2 extra rows. I just keep adding that just so that it evens out because we started with 2 extra rows. And voila, you would have finished and made your shawl. Now, I'm so sorry that I didn't think of this before I did this one. See what a pretty thing that would have been if I had had this neck lace on the shawl. Look at that. I thought of it afterward. Oh well, but now we know, and we can always add it, or either we can make up a new one next time we do another shawl. This was just a little, just using something that we already know, a stitch. I had to have this gift. I needed to get it into the mail, and I thought, well, if I share it with you, just in case you find yourself in a bind too, that, nothing wrong. The person hadn't seen the stitch. They don't know you've done it before. They think you've just done it just for them. We'll back out a little bit. They think you just did it for them, and we did. But I just think they will love the lace. So now I'm going to, that finishes up. There's nothing to do but, of course, like you say, add your fringe. Everybody knows how to add your fringe. Do your fringe. Weave in your ends. I don't know. I wonder, should I put a little charm on this? I hadn't put a charm on something in a long time, so it would be on this edge. Oh, I think I might add a pretty, see if I've got a pretty charm that would, I may even have a Mother's Day charms or a charm that says, how about something that says love? Man, I have so many charms, and you might know, and I don't have them out. And if I move anything, I'm going to hit the camera. But I've got a lot of charms that, that says mother or love, or, well, I tell you what, I'll find it. I'll put it when I take the pictures, because now I need to take my pictures, and then I'll finish writing it up, and then my son will come and pick it up, or hopefully he can get it tomorrow and get it all the editing and put the music on there. Oh, so another one in the book, another stash buster. I hope I'm saving you a little time. You know, you just need something quick and easy sometimes. I hope you have a great Mother's Day. I enjoyed your company. And I look forward to our next tutorial. And, oh, I guess that would be a knit one, wouldn't it? So this is a crochet, so that one would be a knit one. Oh, let me see. I hope I have something to surprise you with. But I'm not telling. Well, this is Jay, and this is Jay's Knit and Purl Jam, wishing happy Mother's Day to everyone, everywhere. And until I see you again, see ya!